Welcome to the solutions video for the Khan Academy Precalculus assignment, Reducing Rational Expressions to Lowest Terms. So again, checking that our name appears in the upper right hand corner to make sure we are logged in. That's what is required so that I can see your results. Now here we want to find an equivalent expression in lowest terms. What we are given is a numerator that factors as x minus 2 squared and a denominator that factors as x minus 2 times x plus 7. The 2 and the 7 multiply out to 14. That minus sign between the 5x and the 14 tells us we have two different signs in our brackets. The plus sign on the 5 tells us the plus or the addition has to go on the larger number. So we can cancel one of the x minus 2's. That leaves us with x minus 2 over x plus 7. What values of x must we exclude? Well, that's the values that make our denominator 0. So that's a negative 7, because when x is negative 7, negative 7 plus 7 is 0. And also an x is positive 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. Same idea, we have to factor our numerator. We have a plus sign on the constant, so that means we're going to have the same sign in our two factors. And that is true in both numerator and denominator. It's the same sign, and I'm not sure why I put the plus signs here, because that middle sign, that's the way okay, so the middle signs in the top tell us that we are subtracting. So numbers that multiply out to 12 but add up to 7 are 3 and 4. Numbers that multiply out to 9 and add up to 6 are 3 and 3. So our 3's cancel. The equivalent expression in lowest terms is x minus 4 over x minus 3. And the non-permissible values are just x equals 3, since that factor repeated. Now here, our numerator factors as x minus 1, x plus 1. It's the difference of perfect squares. There's no linear term, there's a negative sign here, and the first and last terms are both perfect squares. Our denominator we factor with the common factor of 5x. So that leaves us with an x plus 1 to cancel. So an equivalent expression in lowest terms is x minus 1 over 5x. In the excluded values, we have the negative 1 for the x plus 1 and the 0 from the 5x. Remember, if something is excluded at any point in the calculation, it's excluded at every point in the calculation. So even though x plus 1 cancels, the x equals negative 1 is still a non-permissible value. So again, numerator is difference of perfect squares. And our denominator, numbers that multiply out to 20 but add up to 9, we have an x plus 4 and an x plus 5. The x plus 5's cancel. So that leaves us with x minus 5 over x plus 4. And the excluded values are the values that make our denominator 0. So that's a negative 4 from our x plus 4 and a negative 5 from the x minus 5. So remember, x plus 4 cannot be 0. So when we solve for x, x cannot be negative 4. That's why we have to flip the signs, because we're going to be moving it across that inequality or that not equal to. So this solves reducing rational expressions to lowest terms.